Welcome to the PR Maven Podcast, a podcast all about growing your network and building your brand through traditional and digital networking techniques. I'm Nancy Marshall, the PR Maven and CEO of Marshall Communications. Stay tuned for this week's episode, and thanks for listening.
Welcome, PR Maven Nation, to this week's episode, one of our mini episodes, a quick and informative look at the importance of keeping in touch with your business contacts. It's something that I get so excited about. I know you think I'm crazy, but I am a little crazy because I just love staying in touch with people. I'm Nancy Marshall, the PR Maven, and I have been working in PR throughout my long career and have a special interest in personal branding. And personal branding ties in with staying in touch with people. And I'll talk more about that, but it's all about creating and maintaining a network of people who know, like, and trust you. It's what makes you stand out from others who do the same thing you do. And it attracts people who need what you have to offer. I'm a keynote speaker, an author, and a columnist for the Forbes Agency Council and Main Biz. My audiences have said that helping them think about their superpower has changed the way they think about their careers and their lives. I hope you like this episode, and I hope you'll share it with other people who might be interested in hearing it. This week, I'm sharing my Forbes Agency Council article entitled Make Sure You Keep in Touch with Your Business Contacts. So let's dive right in. Remember that person you met, but whose name you can't remember? You had the most interesting conversation, but you don't know how to reach out because a simple name has slipped your mind. Bob, Bill, Joe, something else? We've all been there before, right? Well, I pride myself on meeting new people and building new connections, both personal or professional. And I'm even not immune on the occasional lapse in short-term memory myself. There was recently an individual who could help me with certain projects for work, but for the life of me, I could not remember his name. Several months ago, he was reaching out regularly to see whether my agency had any work for him, but we didn't at that time. And so he went from top of mind to back of mind. Today, I could use this person's services, but I don't have enough information to even search for him or his company's name. He specializes in book publicity, and that's all I know. So there's a lesson here. Keep in touch with your contacts. If you meet with someone for the first time, do whatever you can to store their name away in your mind, whether that means writing it down repeatedly, connecting with them on LinkedIn, or even sending them a friendly note in the mail. And believe me, sending notes in the mail is something that will make you stand out from everyone else who does the same thing you do, because hardly anyone sends notes in the mail anymore. I am personally a big advocate for handwritten notes, since I find they foster a different and deeper sense of connection than digital outreach. After all, it's simple just to send a text. Anybody can send a text. But if you send a letter in the mail and that person gets it out of their mailbox, opens the envelope, reads the letter, and then they have it as a memento, even if they only keep it for a few days before they throw it away, they will think of you in a different way from other people that they've met. It is easier for me to remember a name when I put pen to paper instead of just sending the 35th text message of that day. Remind people that you exist. Over the years, my agency has grown because of the connections that I've made and remembered along the way. It may be a cliche to say that your network is your net worth, but it is certainly true in industries like public relations. In PR, a single connection can lead not only to new business, but also to referrals, like 5 other prospects. If you do a good job for one person, you never know who will find out about you and end up paying you. One idea is to send out monthly e-newsletters reminding people that you exist. As long as you're not bombarding people with self-promotional content, your contacts will be interested in hearing about your recent exploits, new business, new successes, and so forth. For thought leaders, a newsletter can also be a way to demonstrate subject matter expertise. You can opine on news of the day or share useful business tips based on firsthand experience. Follow up after making a connection. Networking is hard, especially for introverts. I'm more extroverted, but networking is still a skill that you need to develop. Small talk doesn't come naturally to many people, but it is very important in business, and even a few words can make a difference. As with life in general, the key is listening to people and expressing interest in their interests. Networking is not a monologue. It is a dialogue between two listeners. Engage in a back and forth, and you will make connections. But making a connection is only the first step. The second step is following up and making sure that you don't blend in with the crowd. When you meet someone at a networking event, you may give them a business card, but they will probably lose it. You may follow them on LinkedIn, and you should, but they also need to be able to easily find you if they search for you online. To that end, be active on platforms like LinkedIn or Twitter, where people can find you and connect with you. Beyond that, formalize your networking process. Make it an actual process. You need to have a formal method for touching base regularly with clients, prospects, or other contacts. This means providing contact information that is actionable with no exceptions. Give them your social media handles where they can connect with you as opposed to your email address. Just like you need to remember other people's names, they need to remember yours. If they don't, your networking will fail and your business will suffer as a result. If you don't keep in touch with your contacts, then your competition probably will, and they'll have an edge over you. A simple name can go a long way in life. It only comes down to 2 words, so remember them. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, and don't forget, as a listener of this show, you can get the first chapter of my book, Grow Your Audience, Grow Your Brand, for free. Just visit prmaven.com/giveaway and sign up for our email list to receive the first chapter. Now here are Lori Doobie and Tyler Gaudette to share how Grow Your Audience, Grow Your Brand has helped Sprague and Curtis Real Estate. Have a great day, PR Maven Nation.
Sprague & Curtis is a locally owned real estate company. We're primarily focused in central Maine. I got excited about Nancy's book because she's so well known in the area for her marketing and branding techniques, and we're always looking to expand and learn and grow, and so a lot of us here at the office decided that we wanted to read her book and learn some new techniques.
It benefits Sprague & Curtis to have a large brand and audience because there can often be multiple years between transactions with clients, so it's important to network with them and stay in touch with them in those in-between periods. And this book really helped us learn some techniques and methods to continue to do that. We organized a small book group with Nancy's book with brokers in our office this winter to share information and remind ourselves how important it is to always be working on our network and continually reaching out to our customers.
Platforms like social media are important in expanding your business, but equally as important are handwritten notes, cards, letters. She inspired me to send her a note of appreciation, just thanking her for the book and her insight. In reading Nancy's book, I was excited to look to continue to grow our brand and our audience. I think she does a great job of motivating us.
Nancy's book really helped me learn a few things in marketing and branding and how important it is to stay on top of reaching out to clients periodically, staying top of mind, providing useful information, and really telling our story as a company.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the PR Maven podcast. I invite you to share a review of the podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode. You can also join the PR Maven Nation on Facebook. It's free to join, and it's a great community of like-minded individuals who are all looking to learn and grow from one another. If you use an Alexa device, use your Alexa app to search the skills and games section to find and enable the PR Maven podcast flash briefing. This will give you access to exclusive content and more PR and marketing advice. Thanks again for listening, and have a great rest of your week, PR Maven Nation.